As I mentioned at the start, when we started looking at these policies, it's about strengthening shipbuilding, that maritime industrial base, this Chinese rivalry, strengthening national security. Is there a smarter way to do this without destabilizing trade and driving up the cost of trade, in your view? I mean, what would be the Joe Kramek US shipping manifesto if you were put in charge of all of this?
Yeah, well, just me, not the World Shipping Council, but
Yes.
we do have this great institution called the United States Congress, and one of their jobs is to appropriate the revenue of the United States. Like I was discussing earlier, instead of crafting a legislative scheme based on subsidies or a scheme from the administration based on tariffs, the U.S. Congress could write a comprehensive piece of legislation, perhaps put the government right into the market and say, hey, we're going to build, 200 ships. We're going to open 10 new shipyards. We're going to give each of those shipyards, a book of business of 20 ships. And then once they get up and running, we're going to look to sell those ships on par with what competitive prices in the market, and also sell off those shipyards once they're up and running. But again, you have to have a long term, and you got to work with the U.S. Maritime academies to produce the mariners to crew those ships. And so that is a lot of work. That is at least a 10-year plan. But it has to be in order to give it certainty for businesses to go and get capital from banks and stand up these capital intensive shipyards. You have to send the signals, and subsidies and tariffs don't send those kinds of signals at all. And you have to have a goal. And you have to say, like, hey, in 10 years, I want the US to be building 5% of commercial ships of a certain size, or 10%. And again, we just haven't seen this sketched out in a comprehensive document. And that's why the businesses, unfortunately, will stay on the sideline, or perhaps, it'll be the biggest boon for Korean shipbuilding, but not US shipbuilding. So if you really got to get focused and get serious. And our members in the World Shipping Council are very serious about this, and we're very willing to work with the administration. We build hundreds and hundreds of ships each year and lend our expertise, and we're big players in the U.S. maritime industry as well. And so we want to lend that expertise, and we're ready to roll up our sleeves and get to work on a serious plan.